Usually when we show you Wonderkids here on the FMSCOUT channel, they're players that are talented, yes, but don't look very good straight away, and with a lot of development can then become real stars. But we've stumbled across a gem, someone that doesn't necessarily have the potential of some of the other Wonderkids that we speak about, but his starting attributes are phenomenal. He's either-footed and he's got a hell of a lot going for him for only a 16-year-old. So let's show you him. Hi everyone, Jake here for FMSCOUT. Welcome to another episode of Wonderkids a Superstar. Today's player is very special. As mentioned, not as good potential as some of the other people that we look at, but his starting attributes are phenomenal, and I'm very excited to show you him. He could genuinely be the future of his national team, even if only a few of these attributes are even half correct. He looks so good. Do stick with us in this one, because like I said, he doesn't have the most potential in the world, so you need to be careful in terms of how to train him to get the best out of him. So we will show you how to do that, but if you do enjoy the video, smash the like button, subscribe for more for us, and comment down below who you want to see next. But let's get right into it. Do bear in mind, I do have the Turkish League loaded as part of my database here, and if this player isn't in your save, it could be because your database isn't large enough. We're going to head over to Besiktas out in Turkey, one of the most successful teams in the country, and they have a very good young prospect by the name of Semih Kılıçsoy. Now, I've had a look online, and apparently that's how you pronounce it. Probably isn't. I've done my best so, and he is a phenomenal player. Now, let me explain why. Firstly, 16 years of age, either-footed as a striker. Yes, his star rating might not look good right from the off, but don't worry about that. He's being compared to other players at Real Madrid. Just focus purely on those attributes for a striker, and you'll see he's got a hell of a lot going for him. On top of that, though, he's only 16. He's got so many years to get better, and his transfer valuation is about 5 million. Now, that is with his contract expiring in 2 years, so if you wait a bit, scout him, maybe you can get him for cheap. But just so you know, his potential range is 130 to 160. On the higher end, you are going to get a very, very good striker that we'll show you later in this video. You'll be blown away by how good he can actually become with a lower potential range than some of the other players that we look at. He's still going to be amazing though, but on the lower end of that range, he is going to be a decent level striker. Not amazingly good, but still worth that 5 million. But what this player has going for him is that his current ability is not wasted on things that he doesn't need. Often you will see that with certain players where they might have like 16 passing, right? But how much is a striker really going to use that? Arguably, he would use his passing, but you know what I mean. It's not necessarily something that's really crucial to his game. Whereas this guy here, as a striker, he has great dribbling already, great finishing, great first touch, great technique. He's quick, he's agile, he's got good natural fitness. There is a lot there to work off, and even if those attributes don't go up, they would still be at a very good level, and that is very promising for this player. Now though, we're going to bring him over to our Real Madrid team using the in-game editor and show you how we're going to set him up to play as good as possible. So here we are, we've got Semih up front, and we're going to be simulating on holiday mode, asking the assistant to play him as often as possible. Now obviously he's not the kind of player that should be starting for Real Madrid straight away, but for the purpose of this simulation, we're going to surround him in the best place possible with the best players possible to try and get the most out of him. Now do bear in mind, again, star ratings, please ignore them for this video. That's going to change massively throughout this simulation, but he is looking very good straight away. First thing, mentoring. He's being mentored by Benzema and Modric. Hopefully that will help him be a better mental prospect, but then it comes to his training. Now, for this video, we're only going to focus in on advanced forward, but if it was you guys, there's something that I definitely think would make his game go to another level. His physicals and his technicals are good enough. By the time he's 18, 19, they'll have got to a level where he can really influence a game at a very high level, but his mentals are lacking a little bit, as you would expect for a 16-year-old. However, if you go and learn his final third as his additional training, that's really going to help his composure and his decision making. You could also go attacking movements, get his anticipation up, but it's up to you guys. I definitely think that's where I'd be training him. But now that Semih is set up, we're going to simulate a few years ahead to see how he might look on the worst end of that potential range. Worst case scenario, how good can he be? And the answer is very good. Again, don't trust the star ratings, purely look at the attributes that he needs for this position. Now, there's other players, like I say, with better potential ratings than Semih, but remember, we're only 2 years in here. At least in my opinion, he's already got everything he needs to be a top-level striker straight away after only 2 years of development. He's sitting at about 130 current ability, And this is how good he looks. Now, the first thing that you'll see is those physical attributes have gone through the roof now that he is 18 years of age. If we highlight advanced forward, he has got the pace, he's got the agility, and he's got the balance. And that's because he started off with such a good level of them already that even with just a little bit of growth, he was able to become a top level player in that aspect of the game. Now, if you don't know, physicals are so important this year in FM, and they can really make a player play way above expectation. And Semeh here has got amazing physical attributes. Then you get onto his mentals, which, yes, aren't the best, but they're certainly coming along, and they're at a level now where they're not going to really negatively affect his game massively. And then technically he's got to the point where he's got 15 dribbling and 15 finishing, as well as 15 technique and 14 first touch. If you were to leave it like this for the rest of his career, that would already be very good, but he's only 18 at this stage, and I'm telling you, having those attributes so good straight away make him unbelievable. He's also bow-footed as well, which is incredible. And if we have a look at how he's been performing, just so you know, I'm not doing anything crazy. For Turkey, the international team, he scored 2 goals in 7 appearances, which is already very good for a side that isn't at Real Madrid's level. But for us, straight away, and this is what I mean, instantly, without much growth, he's got 30 goals in 33 league appearances. The next season, he gets 23 in 35, and he's already developed into a player that can easily hold his own in this Real Madrid team. He's got so much going for him, but this is only him in the worst case scenario. So it might take you a few more years to get here in your save, but even if he gets to this at like 20 years of age, he was still worth that investment. He's still a top level player, but he's going to get far better than this yet. So let's simulate to his prime to see just how good he can become. And I think you're all going to get your wallets out and buy him straight away in your next save after seeing this. Here we are in 2035. So many years have passed with Semeh playing at the highest level of his game. He's been doing so well for Real Madrid. And this is what I mean about his star ratings. He's now considered a 4-star player. And in terms of ability, he's one of the best at the club. So it only ever said he had potential of 3 stars. So clearly those star ratings aren't something you should trust. We've done whole videos about why you shouldn't in the past, but just trust me, don't worry about the stars. Just look at these attributes as an advanced forward and tell me you are not blown away by this player. Now, whilst you look at him, I will let you know I do have my own channel linked in the description down below if you want to check any of my content out over there. We have some rebuilds going on, as well as some YouTube shorts about Wonderkids you might not have heard of, like Semeh here. So if you want to come on over and check the channel out, I'd really appreciate it. But getting back to this player, 90 appearances for Turkey at the age of 29 with 40 goals, nearly a goal every other game for Turkey. That's a great number for a player that doesn't get talked about anywhere near enough. And let's get on to his physicals. The best part of his game, he is quick, he is extremely agile, great balance, great natural fitness, and he is strong. He has got everything he needs in that aspect. He's 29 as well, so I imagine those physicals have actually declined a little bit, so it's great that they're that high. He's got amazing composure and off the ball work, which is going to make him a great striker. Purely focusing in on training that role has really helped him out. 16 finishing, 15 dribbling, 15 first touch, 16 technique. This guy is amazing technically, mentally, and physically. 5'10", 29 years of age, bow-footed. What more could you want at this point? Well, the answer would be for him to score a lot of goals, and there is your answer. On the right-hand side of your screen, this man has been scoring for fun, including a 50-goal season in 38 appearances with a 7.75 average match rating at one point in 2027. Considering no one talks about him and no one signs him, he is an incredible player, but let's see him at the end of his career. He ends up with 102 Turkey caps with 46 goals, great attributes all around still, and he's getting close to retiring. And then in-game, he's still scoring for fun, 48 goals in one season in 37 appearances. What a player he is. Such a good player purely because of how good he starts off at. A lot of players need a few years to get to that level. Semeh here could walk into a lot of teams and do a great job straight away. Whether you loan him in, whether you sign him permanently, he would be an awesome player for you. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Smash the like button if you enjoy. I'm giving him a 9.5 out of 10, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.